Hi, I'm Sky. It's lovely to finally meet you in person. Well, firstly, I want to thank you for taking interest in me as a candidate for this prep teaching position. Yes, that is correct. I did recently graduate from Sim. When I reference math, I'm specifically considering the abstract application of the student's body of knowledge concerning number, algebra, addition, subtraction, etc. Whereas when I'm referencing numeracy, I'm really specifically discussing our students' autonomy and confidence to apply that body of knowledge in order to solve a problem or perform an everyday task with more visible or tangible consequences. We commonly see numeracy in the classroom context through socio-dramatic play. To further link these two concepts to my own teaching and learning practices, mathematics is typically engaged in through worksheets and more abstract problem solving, whereas numeracy activities in the classroom often resemble home activities, so something like creating a grocery budget for the week. Using teaching opportunities as they organically appear in the student's everyday life to highlight those links between mathematics and numeracy is integral to them developing a positive mindset towards maths. That's a great question. As suggested by the Australian curriculum, it is important for us as teachers to highlight the interconnected nature of maths and numeracy. The ongoing demonstration of maths application in a real setting is essential for students discovering the value of being numerate and encouraging them to adopt a positive mindset towards maths learning. This is especially important for female and minority students whose lack of presence in STEM careers later in life, you might say, stems from their education. In my personal life, I use numeracy in most aspects of my daily routine, and as a teacher, I can certainly see its value within the classroom. Without being numerate, I would be unable to engage in my two favorite pastimes, cooking and traveling. The ability to use measurement, time management, and calculation not only allow me to travel and bake, but they also greatly enrich my life. As Akara points out, this connection between maths and how it greatly enriches our daily life is something that we should strive to highlight to our students on a daily basis. In many ways, drawing on my own numeracy abilities will allow me to create many maths teaching opportunities for my students. As an avid baker myself, I plan to show the children the importance of measurement in cooking through dramatic play cooking activities like a mock pizza parlor. Having students explore how measurement can help them create some of their favorite foods will open their eyes to the endless possibilities that maths presents. I firmly believe that dramatic plays is one of the most valuable and accessible ways that numeracy can be incorporated into class time. Sarah Smolanski, someone who has influenced me greatly throughout my studies, argues that the imitative nature of dramatic play enables students to use maths in a very meaningful way and also allows them to engage their numeracy skills within class time. As I also mentioned, I'm also extremely passionate about travel, and I believe that the time management skills required for enjoyable travel could also offer a wonderful teaching opportunity for students. For example, itinerary building. This would see students engaging with Excel sheets, transportation timetables, calendars, and more in order to create their fantasy holiday, thus making it an interest-based learning opportunity also. The open-ended nature of this activity not only encourages children to use their creativity, but it also helps deconstruct the notion that maths is based on a rigid set of rules and that it's one-dimensional in nature. The understanding of this concept is imperative to children developing a growth mindset towards maths. In terms of math development at the prep and foundation age level, students are really beginning to understand how maths allows people to function in their everyday lives through play and exploration. As a teacher, I can support this process through employing games and learning techniques like socio-dramatic play, which not only have a high focus on communication, but also introduce the numeracy skills that children have subconsciously learned through their home experience and apply them into a classroom context. And on that note, as this is a period of transition, it's integral for teachers to form a partnership with parents. That way we can make a really smooth transition for these children. I believe that when it comes to learning, there is no one size fits all, so to speak, and for this reason, I firmly support Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. As a teacher, I will actively endeavour to discover ways in which I can cater to the learning needs of all my students. However, since this position in question is concerned with a prep level role, I think there are some age-specific elements that come into play as to how these students learn. At this time of transition, I believe it is imperative to focus on connecting students' pre-existing knowledge from home to a classroom context. Through deliberately creating time and space to play and providing access to hands-on, colorful, and engaging materials, I can intentionally foster my students' inquisitive nature and encourage them to take risks in the classroom. Encouraging students to take risks and think outside the box can also be supported by regularly posing open-ended questions. All of these techniques become much more meaningful when teachers have re-established the connection between maths to numeracy. Well, once again, I would like to thank you so much for inviting me to this interview today, and I hope to hear from you in the future. Have a wonderful weekend.